Right, that looks better, I guess. So yeah, I guess I was nervous because these kids that I didn't know, like 200 kids I didn't know that I was going to be in classes with. Well, that was pretty good. But yeah, I didn't know half the kids that I had classes with. So that wasn't the best, but it was whatever because I didn't really care. It was still fine. I was fine with it. It was still a fun day. I guess also like so when I got to school, I guess like tons of my teachers and stuff were like standing in the front. They were like, "Oh my gosh, Logan, what happened to your arm?" And I was like, "I broke it." And then I was like, "Yeah, I jumped off my friend Nick's trampoline and landed did a flip, and it was like a really tight Acon, and they were like, "What's that?" And I was like, $1 million trampoline." And they're like, "Oh," and then I was like, "So yeah," and then my arm just snapped in half. So yeah. So then that's what I told them, and then they're like, "Well, have a good day." So then I said, "Okay, thanks." So then I went down to my class, and I had no idea what was going on. I didn't know where my seat was, so I was like, "Hey," so this kid in my class named Darren, which sits right next to me in homeroom, I was like, "Hey, you know where my seat is?" He was like, "Yeah, it's right in here." And I was like, "Alright, cool." So then I was like talking to him. I was like, "So what are we even supposed to do?" And he was like, "Well, I guess, I don't know." And then he was telling me what I was supposed to do. So then he was like, "Well, go to your locker. Your locker number is in your birthday stuff." Like, I didn't know any of the stuff that was going on because I'm late. I was late because I like pooped 10 times this morning. So yeah, that's my medical conditions. So yeah, I'm usually late, but I wasn't as late as I usually am. But I haven't been as late anymore because in the summer I meant whatever. You don't need to hear about this. That'll be in this video. So yeah, I was late. I didn't know what was going on. Um, and then I knew what was going on because this kid told me, Aaron. So then yeah, then I guess what was going on then? But yeah, so I went to my locker. I didn't know where my locker was, and then I saw the guidance counselor and I was like, "Hey, where's my locker?" Then they told me where my locker was. So yeah, got my locker open. Then this girl that has their locker right next to me, that was in my same homeroom last year, was next to me in where our lockers were, whatever. So then I was like, "Hey, um, what are we supposed to have for class? I'm in the same homeroom as you." And she was like, "Well, I guess this," and then all this crap. So then she was like, "Yeah, just get, if you have a pencil, just get that." So I had a pencil. Everyone else had binders and stuff, and I only had a pencil box and the stuff that the teacher gave to me. So yeah, I was not that prepared. Also, we're going out to the store to get some stuff later, so that I am prepared for tomorrow. At least I had pencils. So yeah. Then homeroom was over. Then it was time for tech ed class. So I had tech ed last year, but it was with the other teacher, which I like the other teacher better. Sorry, Mr. Forte. Sorry, I shouldn't be saying their names because copyright purposes. Whatever. So yeah, I had the other tech ed teacher, which is way older and not as nice as my other teacher last year. So I mean, he was still okay, but I had to sit with like all girls except for this one kid that I had no idea who it was. That was a boy, but he was kind of mean to me, so whatever. No, I'm just joking, it was mean. But yeah. So we just talked about safety rules and crap, so that was all that. It wasn't important at all. So next period, this is the only class that I had that's like upstairs, and I had no idea where it was before that. And it was my science teacher, and he is like, oh, that was cool. He's upstairs, and I didn't know where he was gonna be, so I just followed this one kid, and yeah, I found out where he was. And then we waited for like 30 minutes for all the kids to show up because they had no idea where his class was. They probably need to work on that next time. But anyways, so after that, then I hope you guys can see my face. Not like you guys would want to, but it's whatever. Darn it, I'm not that good at this. So yeah, next we went to, where did we go? Oh yeah, we went to social studies, which was like halfway across the school. So yeah, and just went to social studies. Pretty much all we did is we were just talking the whole time, and I was talking about Pokemon Go, and then this one kid was like, yeah, my Pokemon are way better than yours, because I use this hack. And I was like, oh, well, obviously. And he was like, yeah, I'm level 21. And I was like, yeah, I'm level 17. And he was like, well, do you even use the hack? And I was like, no, because I don't cheat. I mean, I actually did try to use the hack once, but it didn't end up working. So, yeah. Yeah. So now, after that, I mean, I'm not going into much detail. Next was period 4? Yeah, period 4. That was language arts. And in language arts, we didn't do much. What did we do in language arts? I don't even know. Yeah, I think we just sat there and talked. That's all that I remember from language arts. Yeah. Might have been something like get to know you, because that's what they always do. Yeah, so it wasn't much in language arts. So, yeah. Alright. Next, we had lunch, which was at like 11:20, which I was really happy about, because it was like an hour before we had lunch last year, and at like 11:20 is when my stomach usually started hurting last year, because I was hungry. So yeah, that was good. I sat with like Noah and stuff. You guys probably have no idea who Noah is. But yeah, I also sat next to this new kid, which calls me Broken Arm Kid, and he's pretty nice, I guess. And he threw stuff across the cafeteria, so it was funny. Yeah, and then that was lunch. And then after lunch, we went, oh, that hurt. We went back to language arts. And language arts, we just did the same stuff. Talked. Oh, I'm not good at kendama. Come on. Alright, not gonna bore you to death. Alright. So yeah, we went back to that and stuff. Then after that, I guess you guys, oh yeah, so after language arts and lunch, whatever, we go to, let me say, oh yeah, we go to gym. To my gym, it's probably one of the best gym classes, because I have Seth again, and I have Mr. Beerhouse. He's really nice. Wait, no, I don't have Mr. Beerhouse. I have Mr. Felcher. He's nice too. They're both really nice. So yeah, I was sitting next to Seth the whole time, goofing around. Also, Jessica's in my gym class. I thought she was gonna be like mad at me and not talk to me, but she was nice. So yeah, that was good. I thought she was gonna be like, and be like yelling at me and stuff. So yeah, this hurts. So yeah, that was gym. We just went over like more safety stuff, because I guess my school is unsafe. I don't know. So yeah. After that, we went to intervention enrichment, which is like you just do stuff. And we were with our homeroom again, and we were just like writing down stuff and doing more get to know you stuff. And we were writing down like what we want, what we hope for this school year, whatever. Yeah, that's what we did in enrichment. Because, it stuck one and it fell off. Yes! Oh, that was close. Alright, so that's what we did for, then we went to math. Math, probably the best. The teacher was hilarious. They're like 34 years old, and she was like young too. But the one thing that I'm not that happy about is she's like pregnant, so she's moody and stuff. So some days she might not be cool, some days she might be nice. Also, she isn't gonna be here. She's gonna be like out for like 3 months. We're gonna have a substitute in like October, because that's when her baby's gonna be born. So yeah, that sucks, because she's actually really nice. But the one thing I'm happy about is I was like sitting next to Noah. I mean, Noah's funny when he isn't hitting me, but it's whatever. And then I was also sitting next to Buzzcut, Blanton, the coolest kid ever. Shout out to him. Yeah, he was like really funny. And then I was just like saying, I don't know, like, I got this pencil. And then some girl looked at me and started laughing. I was like, hee hee hee. And I was like, what? And she was like, I don't know. So then, yeah, that happened. It was pretty weird, but whatever. So then my math teacher was like asking me tons of questions about my arm. I was like, yeah, broke my arm. And she was like, well, have you gone to physical therapy yet? And then I was like, yeah. And she was like, where? And I was like, ATI. And she was like, what, boo? And then I was like, what's wrong? And she was like, well, my husband's a physical therapist, but not for ATI. So I was thinking maybe you could go to him because he's really good. And I was like, obviously he's good because you think he's good because he's your husband. And they just wanted to make money off of me. So I was like, huh, no way, bully. So then I was like mad. And then, yeah. So then, that was pretty much, oh yeah, we did this like homework thing in class, which was good. So yeah. Then, guys, wiggity whack. So yeah, after that, after this, guys, that was pretty much the end of the day. And I just like, I'm a car rider, so it's like better. Mom, I'm making a video. You can watch this video so you know what I did today. Jeez. Alright, so that was pretty much the end of the day by then. And yeah, I mean, the end of the day is always the best because I get to sit outside and wait for my mom to come pick me up. So that's pretty much all I did. And then I also went to physical therapy and I got the actual like blue strips off so I can actually see what the scar looks like. And I'll put a picture on the screen so you guys can see. So yeah, that's pretty much all I did. And I'm also going to be going to physical therapy soon. No, not physical therapy. No. I'm going to be going to the store and also I'm eating dinner. It's going to be a quesadilla. So yeah. That's all I did today, guys. Hope you enjoyed. I guess it's story time, first day of school, or I guess it could be called a vlog. I don't know. But that's all. Oh! Like this video and subscribe.